Hello everyone, we will start from 6 p.m. So maybe now you can prepare your paper and pencil because later also I'm gonna explain some key points. Okay, the last minute to start. May I check if you can hear me clearly? Yes or no? Is it clear? Okay, so here everyone, let's start. This is Teacher Apple from Think Academy. So today we are going to go through a few questions from 2023 P2 TASMO sample paper. So here, firstly, I'd like to introduce that. Here, everyone, please make sure that you already join our group for further information because we will launch a few live streams in the following weeks to go through the past year papers and the children can prepare better for the TASMO this year. Okay, so here, let's start from a few questions in section B first. So here, everyone, please take out your paper and your pencil. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So for the first one here, everyone, please look at question 14. This is about the accounting question. To be honest, for accounting question, most students feel it's quite easy, but in a real competition, actually for such type of question, it is really easy to make mistakes as well. So here for the first part, let's have a look, okay? Here, in this question, we need to figure out how many triangles are there in total. So here, actually, you see that for this figure, it is very typical. So here in the middle, you can see a straight line. And for this straight line, actually, you can divide the triangle into two parts. That is the upper one and the lower ones, right? So here, let's focus on the top. Here, on the top, could you please tell me how triangles are there in total? Look at the top part. Okay, you can just share your answer in the chat box. How many triangles are there in total? So when it comes to the figure counting here, you need to consider all different size of triangles, like one singular triangle, and maybe we just combine 2 triangles together, or maybe we just combine 3 triangles together, 4 triangles together, and 5 triangles together. So here, think about it. How many triangles are there in total for the top part? Okay, great. So actually you see that it should be 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So actually there are 15. And also here you can see that for all these triangles, because they share the base, right? So you see that the base of these triangles are in the same straight line. And also they intersect with the same point. So here actually we have a quick quiz, okay? So here you see how many smallest triangle can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, so actually here is a conclusion. That is, you just add from 5 back to 1. So altogether, that is 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. And also here, I want to explain more. Why do we get the conclusion so fast? So actually for 5, that is for 5 singular triangles. And what about for 4? For 4, that is if you just combine 2 triangles together, you will get 4 like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So here we can get 4. And then what about the 3? What is the meaning of 3? That is we just combine 3 triangles together. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here you see in total we have 3. And then what about the 2? The meaning of 2, that is if you combine 4 triangles together, then you will have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you see we have 2. Okay. And what about the last one? What about the 1? For 1, that is you just combine all these 5 smaller triangles together. So here you will get a bigger one, right? Like this, okay? So here you see on the top, there are 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. And then what about for the bottom part? For the bottom part, pay attention here. In total, you can only see 5. Why? Okay, so here, again, let me highlight it. Firstly, we have the smallest one, 1, right? Okay, and where is the second one? Look, let's just combine 2 parts. So here we have 2. And then what about for 3? Here, combine 3 parts together. Okay. And what about the 4? Combine 4 parts together. And what about the 5th one? 5th one, you just combine everything at the bottom. So for the bottom part here, we have 5 triangles. But can we just stop here? Can we say that, okay, altogether there are 15 plus 5 equals 20? No. Why? Because here, actually, you need to consider if you just combine everything, then how many triangles are there? Look, for the combined part, that is now, you just ignore the line in the middle. So now you see that for the bigger part, again, there are 5 smallest triangles. Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for these 5 triangles, again, they share the same base, right? For the base, you can see that they are in the same straight line. And also here, they join at the same point. So again, what is the conclusion? That is 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 again. So after you combine them, so here for the last part, how to figure out the total. You just add all of them together, which is 15 plus 5 plus 15. That is 35, okay? Let me check how many of you answered this question correctly. The answer should be 35. I see that actually some students got 20, 25, 30 or something. Okay, pay attention, huh? Usually we try to combine, usually we try to separate them first, okay, like top, bottom, left, right. And after this, we just combine all of them and add together. Okay, and then for the second one, question 16. Let me check. What is your answer? Question 16. Question 16. What is the answer? Nobody got the answer? Okay, let me check if this question is very hard for you. Okay, I see different answers here. Okay, so here everyone everyone, you see that actually for this part, it is about the shape in equation. To be honest, for such question is quite popular in TASMO, especially for P3 TASMO. Okay, so here let's have a look. When it comes to such question, usually you need to observe first. What can you see here? There are some animals, right? Okay, so on the left side, you can see that here, how many rabbits are there? How many rabbits? Yeah, I mean for the whole left part, how many rabbits are there? Yes, there are two rabbits, right? Okay, and also how many sheep are there? Can you see that? How many? Correct, also two, right? Okay, and then how many penguins are there? Also two. So here you see that if you just combine them, actually that is two rabbits plus two sheep plus two penguins. So what is the total? What is the total weight of two rabbits, two sheep, and the two penguins? Good job. So here when you add the left part all together, at the same time, you just add the right part all together. So here 5 plus 3 plus 4. Wow, what is 5 plus 3 plus 4? Let me check your calculation. What is it? 5 plus 3 plus 4 equals? Okay, correct. Equals 12. Okay, so following this, we already know that if two groups of rabbit plus sheep plus penguin equals 12. So what about one group of rabbit plus sheep plus penguin? Yes, you just use the total 12 and then divide it by 2. So here we can get for one group, that is 6 kilograms. But can we say that my final answer is 6? No. Why? Back to the question. What is the question asking you? What is the weight of rabbit? So how can we figure out the rabbit? Look, you already know that if you just add the three animals together, you will get 6 kilograms. So following this, let's have a look. What should we minus? In order to figure out the weight of rabbits, you just minus the weight of sheep and the weight of penguin, right? So what is the sheep plus penguin? Can you find it? Sheep plus penguin, that is what? That is a 4, okay? So here you see, very, very easy. For the last step, what is 6 minus 4? You will find that the rabbit is 2 kilograms. Yes, very easy, right? Okay. So you see that actually when it comes to P3 competitions, to be honest, for such type, it is very, very popular. That is actually try to combine all of them and to think about it. What is the group, okay? To figure out the sum of group, and then you just minus the part, then you can get the exact value of one item, okay? Yes, okay. So here, oh, sorry. Okay, so here, following this, let's move on to question 17. For question 17, also a few students answer it wrongly. Let me check. What is the answer? A, B, C, D, which one? A, B, C, D, which one? A, B, C, Okay, I see different answers. Okay. Here, let's have a look. What happened here? Jack is a gifted athlete who has trained hard for the Olympic marathon. In the last 100 meters, he overtakes the player who is in the second place. Okay, so here, everyone, what is the meaning of this sentence? So after he overtakes the player who is in the second place, so is Jack the first one now? Is Jack the first one now? First one or second one? Think about it. After he overtakes the second one, actually, he will be the second one, right? Okay, so now I draw Jack here. Okay, Jack is the second one. That means actually there is one person in front of him, right? One person in front of him. Okay, yeah. So after this, let's have a look. And then he is overtaken by two other players. Actually, you can just draw it out. The two other players. Okay, I will show you 1, 2. Can you see that? So now look, what is the ranking of Jack? Gold, silver, bronze? No. So actually, you see now Jack is the fourth one. So for the fourth one, your answer should be D. Okay, none of them. Not the first one, not the second one, not the third one. So now you see that in the end, Jack is not top 3. Okay. Yeah, this question is very easy to make mistake. Some students just feel that, okay, he overtakes the player who is in the second place, then he is the first one. No, okay, pay attention. He is the second one then. Okay, so now following this for question 19. For question 19, to be honest, I feel it is not that hard, but for the calculation part, again, a few students just answer it wrongly. Okay, could you please share what is your final answer? 5 identical chain links are joined together as shown in the figure below. Find the total length of the chain. Pay attention to the unit, that is mm, milliliter. Okay, what is the answer? Some students came to ask me, Teacher Apple, I feel it is very confusing. How come 5 minus 8? 5 cannot minus 8. But here, pay attention, that is 5 centimeter and 8 milliliter. Okay. Okay, what is the answer? Yes, okay. Now let's check. So firstly, do remember to convert the units for 1 cm. Actually, that is 10 mm. So here for 5 cm, that is 50 mm. And after this, can we just say, okay, the total length of the chain is 5 times 50 equals 250. Am I correct? No. Oh, good job. I see some students answer it correctly. Okay, so here, pay attention to the overlapping part. You see that when you count, okay, let me highlight it. When you count the length of one chain, so here, this is the length, right? Okay, we got 50 mm. And for the second one, again, 50 mm. And then for the third one, again, 50 mm. And then for the fourth one, again, 50 mm. And for the last one, again, 50 mm. So can we say that, okay, out of them, this is the total 250? No, because you need to minus the overlapping part, right? So here you can see that in the middle, how many parts are overlapping here? 4, right? I already highlighted here. So here, pay attention to subtract this part. That is 50 times 5, and then minus 4, and then times 2 times 8. Do you know why is it 4 times 2 times 8 here? Because here we have 4 parts. And then for each part, pay attention, each part, how many 8 are there? It should be 2, okay? So here, you see, for 8 mm, that is only for one side. But actually, when it combined together, you need to minus 2 times 8. So for this, move on to the calculation part. I know that some of you really bad at the multiplication, right? 50 times 5, that is 250. And then minus 4 times 2 times 8. What is 4 times 2 times 8? What is 4 times 2 times 8? What, 32, huh? You say 32? No, okay. So that is 64. So 250 minus 64, you will get 186, okay? Some students got 196. Pay attention to the borrowing, okay? So here, 5 borrow 1 to the ones place, okay? So here, 186. This is the final answer. Is it very easy? Yeah, but to be honest, for the calculation part, okay, many students can answer all the steps correctly and then make the careless mistake in the calculation. So the final answer is also wrong. Okay. So next one, it is question 20. For question 20, okay, again, let me check what is the final answer. Question 20. Okay. Actually, for this question, it is a typical sum and a multiple problem. Let's have a look. There are a total of 5 boxes of apples and the pears. The masses of the 5 boxes are 15 kilograms, 16 kilograms, 18 kilograms, 19 kilograms, and 31 kilograms respectively. The total mass of apples is half of that of the total mass of pears. Therefore, the total mass of apples is what kilograms? So here, again, when it comes to the word problem, always remember that since the question is usually very long, so you need to underline the keywords, okay? So you don't need to read the question again. Okay. So here for this question, firstly, let's have a look. We know that there are 2 types of fruits, apples and pears. So you just write down the name. And then according to the question, we know that the total mass of apples is half of that of the total mass of pears. That is, if for apple, you just draw out 1 unit for it. Actually, how many units are there for pears? What's the meaning of a half? Half. Correct. For half, that is divided by 2. So think backwards. The total mass of pears should be 2 units, right? Okay, now we already know that's the multiple relationship between the mass of apples and that of pears. And what about the total? How can we figure out the total? Think about it. Yeah, so how to figure out? Okay, you just add all of them together, right? Now you see that for the masses of the 5 boxes are 15, 16, 18, 19, and 31 respectively. So how to figure out the total? You just add them together. So here, look, 15 plus 16 plus 18 plus 19 plus 31, that is 99 kilograms. So 99 is just the sum. Okay, so following this, you can see that here altogether, there are how many units? Yeah, 3 units. Correct. 3 units equal 99 kilograms. So what about 1 unit? Good job. For 1 unit, actually that is 99 divided by 3. So you will get 33 kilograms. But here I want to ask one more. Okay, so what about the 1 unit? Which kind of fruit only gets 33 kilograms? Which kind of fruit? Correct. Which one has 1 unit only? That is the mass of apples. So here for the final answer, actually that is 33. Okay. If the question asks you, therefore the total mass of pears is how many kilograms? Then you need to multiply by 2. Okay. So here, always read the question carefully. Yes, I skipped a few questions here. I only explained the difficult ones, and for some questions, I think they are a bit easy, but many students answer it carelessly. Okay. So now let's move on to section C. For section C, actually, I want to explain more. So here, everyone, also please take out your pencil. So later you can take some notes. Okay. Here. Firstly, let's have a look. Before we move on to question 21, firstly, I want to show an example with you. Here, filling each blank with a number from 5, 9, 13, 14, 17, 21, 25, so that the sum of the 3 numbers along each line is 44. Find the number in the middle. So here, maybe I give you 30 seconds. You can have a try first. Okay, 30 seconds. Yeah, if you have the answer, please show me what is the number in the middle. Okay, do you have the answer? Wow, I see some students just guess and check also get it correctly. Okay. So okay, I want to mention more about the methods here. Okay, when it comes to the number matrix, look here. Well, firstly, we always pay attention how many lines are there. So here, look, everyone, I label with a different color. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 lines in total. So here, follow this. According to the question, we know that the sum of the 3 numbers along one line is 44. So what about the 3 lines? That is 44 plus 44 plus 44, right? But since you are P2 students already, let's try with multiplication. 44 times 3, that is 132. Okay. So for this, let's have a look. In total, you can only fill in each blank with a number from 5, 9, 13, 14, 17, 21, and 25. And if you just add them all together, you can only get 104. But how just now we got the sum as 132. Why? Yeah, why do we have different answer? Why? Think about it. Correct. So actually, you can see that actually the number in the middle that is repeated, right? So when you count the pink line, we already count, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then when you count the orange one, we count 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then when you count the blue one, again, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So actually, when you add 5, 9, 13, 14, 17, 21, 25 all together, that is for each blank, there is only one tick, right? But now you see that if you just count the sum of each line and then add them together, for the middle blank, for the middle circle, actually there are 2 ticks. So here, let's try to find the difference. Compare these two cases, you can find that the difference between 132 and 104 is 28. Then can we just say, okay, the middle number is 28, but 28 is even not given by the question, right? Why? Why? Excellent, Amy, correct. So you can see that for 28, that is, if you count the middle number twice, you will get 28. So what about one of that? It is 28 divided by 2, so that is 40, okay? So here, everyone, let's have a quick summary. When it comes to the number matrix problem, for the first one, we just calculate the sum of lines. And then for the second one, we calculate the sum of all the numbers given by the question. So you just compare these two numbers, you can find the difference. Why is there difference? Because some numbers are repeated. Okay, so then you can figure out the repeated numbers. Okay, good. Then back to the sample paper. This is question 21. In the figure on the right, so actually it is at the it is at the bottom here. Please put the digits 1 to 7 in the 7 circles so that the 3 digits in every straight line add up to 12. Okay, and then what is the digit in the middle circle? Again, I give you a few seconds. Please type your answer in the chat box. A, B, C, D. What is your final answer? A, B, C, D. What is your final answer? So hard. Some students say, wow, so many lines here. 4, 5, 14. Oh no, 14 is the last question. Okay, what is the middle number? Okay, good job. So here, let's check. Firstly, again, you can just count how many lines are there, right? So here, be patient when you count the number of lines, okay? Here, let me draw for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here, altogether, there are 5 lines. And then for sum of each line, that is 12. So here, altogether, it should be 12 times 5, which is 60. And then what about the sum of all the numbers? That is, you just add all together. But here, everyone pay attention. We need 2 times 2. Why? Why do we need 2 times 2 here? Okay, here, again, I will tick for you. Okay, so when you count the first line, we have 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, and then when you count the second line, let me change the color. Middle one. 1, 2, 3. And then when you count the third line, we have 1, 2, 3. And then when you count the fourth line, we have 1, 2, 3. And then when you count the fifth line, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you can see that actually after you count the sum of every line here, for each circle, there are 2 ticks, right? That means you count the number twice. Understand? Okay, so following this, you see 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, and then don't stop here. You need to multiply by 2. So here we can get the total is 56. And again, why the sum is different? How come for the first step we get 60 and then we only get 56? Why? Because you see, for every circle, there are 2 ticks, but the one in the middle, it has 3 ticks. So what is the extra tick? That is 60 minus 56 equals 4. So you can get the middle circle, that is 4. Okay? Good job, good job. Many students answered it correctly, right? Okay, great. Always remember that, huh? Here, you need 2 times 2. And for your double check part, you just tick to label, okay? Then for the next one, 22. Let me check question 22. What is your final answer? 22. 22. A bit confusing, right? The true or false problem. Mr. Low made 5 statements as below. Among them, there are 4 correct statements and 1 false statement. So which of the following is the false one? Which one? D? B? Okay. D or B? Okay, let's check out. So actually for such question, the most important thing is to find the conflict, okay? And here, everyone, if you never meet such problem before, also please take notes, find the conflict. So here, let's have a look. For A says, my son Alan has 3 younger sisters. So here, think about it, which sentence is also talking about the younger sisters? Or older sister? Okay, C, right? Okay, C here. My daughter Nicole has 2 older sisters, but can you find any conflict here? No, right? Okay, so here let's have a look. What about the brother? My daughter Nicole has 2 brothers. And then here, my son Alan has 2 brothers. So here actually it is conflict. Why? Because Alan is a boy, right? Okay, here, let me show you. To compare, usually we use the arrow to compare. Okay, so for the right part, that is the one who is elder. So now let's have a look. According to A, okay. Now we know that my son Alan has 3 younger sisters. Let's have a look. If Alan is here, and then younger sister, 1, 2, 3. And then what about for C? My daughter Nicole has 2 older sisters. So where is Nicole? Nicole can only be the youngest one, right? And then 2 older sisters, 1, 2. Actually, it is correct. And also, since we already know that the conflict is between B and the D, that means for A, C, E, all of them must be true. Okay? The only false one can only between B or D. So here, in total, if there are 5 children, so here you see, we already know that Nicole is the youngest one. So here, 5 children, maybe we add here. So now look, can I say that my son Alan has 2 brothers? Alan is already here. I use the triangle to represent him. Are there really got 2 brothers? No. So how many brothers are there? Only 1, right? So here, actually, according to the conflict, we can find that D is the wrong one. Okay, so here, what is the key point? The key point is find the conflict. Okay, when you find the conflict, you can find that actually there must be 1 true and 1 false. Okay. So next one, before we move on to question 23. Okay, so here, firstly, I want to explain more about such type of question. And also, we can just regard it as the chicken rabbit problem. Okay, so firstly, an easy question for you. Look, there are a total of 22 ducks and cows on a farm. They have 54 legs altogether. How many ducks and cows are there? Okay, think about it. Again, I give you 30 seconds. Yeah, I give you 30 seconds. Try it by yourself first. Got the answer? Is it very hard? Okay, actually here I want to introduce different methods. Okay, look, for the very basic one, maybe we can just draw it out. You know that for 1 duck, it only has 1 head and 2 legs, right? Okay, and then maybe you can just draw out 22 heads and then to draw 2 legs for each of them. But you will see that, wow, that is quite slow. Okay, so here let's have a look. If you just assume all the animals here are ducks, so how many legs are there? Okay, so you will see that there are 22 times 2, which is 44 legs, right? But according to the question, there are 54 legs altogether. So you will see that what is the difference between the sum here? The difference is 54 minus 44 equals 10. That is, we need 10 legs more. So here, think about it. How can we add this 10 more legs? Can we just add all of them to one animal here like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it possible? No, right? Why? That is a monster, right? Okay, so here, think about it. How can we add this 10 legs? Okay, pay attention. This is about the small difference. By turning one duck into one cow, we need to add 4 minus 2, which is 2, right? Okay, we need to add 4 minus 2 equals 2 legs. So here, let's have how can we add 10? You can only add this 10 legs 2 by 2. That is like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then move on, right? So how many 2 are there in order to figure out the groups of 2? So actually, we can apply division. So what is the division here? Let's build the equation. Yes, 10 divided by 2, which is 5. That is, you need to make 5 changes, okay? By turning 5 ducks into cows. So here, we have 5 cows in this question. So if you know that there are 5 cows, then how many ducks are there? That is 22 minus 5, which is 17. Okay? Yes. So here, pay attention to the meaning of a small difference. So what is the meaning of small difference? That is, you need to compare by changing one time. How many more or how many less do you need to do? Okay? So for this, you will find that for question 23, actually, it is also a kind of chicken rabbit problem. So here, firstly, let's read the question together. There is a total of 40 questions in TASMO 2023. But actually, there are only 25 questions. Huh? Okay. And then 4 points will be awarded to each correct answer, while 1 point will be deducted for each wrong answer. Nicole scored 95 points in this exam. She answered how many questions correctly? Okay, again, pay attention. The question is asking you the number of correct answers. Okay, underline the keywords. Let me check. Wow, so fast. Okay, great. For such question, firstly, again, we just assume all the answers are correct. So there should be 40 times 4, which is 160 points, right? Okay, but actually you find that Nicole only scored 95 points. Why? So you see that actually according to our assumption, we need to deduct 64 or 65 points. And how can we deduct? You see that in such question, you only can get the correct one or the wrong one. So here you just compare the small difference first. What is the small difference? Is it 5 or 3 or 4? Think about it. What is the small difference? So you need to think about it by changing one correct answer into one wrong answer. What should we do? How many points do we need to minus? Yes, it should be 5. Okay. So here, from get 4 to deduct 1, actually the gap here, it should be 4 plus 1. That is a 5. So here, as long as you want to turn a correct answer into a wrong answer, you need to deduct 5 points. So how many 5 can we deduct in 65 points? Correct. That is 65 divided by 5. So we have 13. So if there are 13 wrong answers, then how many correct answers are there? Pay attention for 13. 13, that is the number of wrong answers. So to figure out the number of correct answers, you need to subtract 13 from the total number of questions. 40 minus 30 equal 27. Okay. So actually you see that for such question, that is another form of chicken rabbit problem, right? And the most important thing is you need to understand how to find a small difference. What is the meaning of small difference? That is, if you want to turn something to another form. So actually, what is the change you need to make? Okay. Any question here? Yes or no? For chicken and rabbit problem, also it is quite popular in TASMO for both P2 and P3. Okay, so here everyone do remember to follow the step. Assume, find the big difference, find the small difference, and then apply division. Okay. So before we move on to the next one again, it is about kind of like the shape equation, right? So firstly, again, let's review some key points. Let's start from a quite easy one here. A red flower plus the yellow flower equals 9. Red flower equals yellow flower plus yellow flower. So what is the value of red flower and what is the value of yellow flower? Quickly, 20 seconds for you. Tell me the answer. This one is not hard. Quite easy. 20. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is okay, correct. Good job. So here you see that what is the key point? This is about the replacement, right? So you can see that in the second equation, is there any number? No. So actually we can just replace something. So here, look, for one red flower, there's 2 yellow flower. Okay, let me write down yellow, yellow. Okay. So here, back to the first equation, you will see that if you add 3 yellow flowers together, you will get 9. So about for one yellow flower, that is 9 divided by 3. So we can get 3. Okay. So following this again, back to the red one, that is 3 plus 3 equal 6. Quite easy, right? Okay. So again, what is the method? That is replacement. Okay, good job. So next one. Again, circle, 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 square, square, 23. Circle, square, 9. So what is the value of circle? What is the value of square? Again, 20 seconds for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, great. Then what is the method here? Grouping method. Okay, so here for one red circle plus one purple square, you will get 9. So here we just take it as a group, right? So here, according to the group, okay, this is 9. This is another 9. So 9 plus 9 equals 19. Okay, what about the red circle? That is 23 minus 18. So you will get 5, right? So following this back to the group, 5 plus what equals 9? That is 4. Okay, very easy. So again, grouping method. To be honest, for grouping method, it is very important in P3, okay? For P2, most competitions will test you the replacement method, but for P3, most questions are about the grouping method, okay? And then for the next one, here, circle, diamond, star, star equals 34 plus diamond, and then circle plus star equals 20. So what is the value of circle? What is the value of star? Again, 20 seconds for you. What is the answer? I see this one is a bit hard, right? Some students say, I'm confused. I don't know what is a diamond. Actually, you don't need to figure out the diamond. What is the answer? Okay, so here, let's have a look. Well, in this question, for the first step, what is the first step? For the first step, that is you just cancel the diamond. Okay, so cancel. Now for the following part, I think you are quite familiar with it. Again, for the circle and the star, you can just take it as a group, right? The group is 20. So here, look, this is about the 20. So if the group is 20, then we have 20 plus star equal 34. So what about the star? What is 34 minus 20? What is it? Correct. That is 14. Okay, so here, can we just fill the first blank as 14? No, cannot. Okay, pay attention. Which one is 14? 14 is the star. Okay. If 14 is the star, and then what about the circle? Back to the group. 14 plus 6 equals 20. Okay, good job. So here for circle, that is a 6, and for the star is a 14. Okay, I see that some of you just guess, right? Guess 14, guess 18 and 2. No. Get 10 and 12. No. Okay, yeah, pay attention. For such question, what should we do? Again, for the first step, try to observe. And if you can see the same shape at the both sides, you just cancel it first, okay? Cancel it first. So here we just cancel the diamond. And then following this, again, find the group, right? Circle plus star, that is 20. So here, 20 plus star equals 34. So what about the star? That is 34 minus the group. So you will get 14. Understand now? Yes, understand now? Yes or no? Okay. Do remember that for such question, you cannot guess. Many students just guess and check. Okay, no. So basically, there are two methods. The first one is replacement. The second one is grouping. And sometimes if you see the same shape at the both sides, what should we do? We just cancel them at the same time. Okay, so now let's move on to question 24. To be honest, this question is a bit hard. Let me check what is the answer. How many purple books and how many yellow books are there? How many? Please answer. Question 24. A challenging replacement method. Okay. What is it? Oh, good job. Well done. Okay. Let's have a look. They put some books on the scales. The first two scales are balanced as shown in the diagram below. How many purple books and yellow books should Daisy put on the right side of the third scale so that the third scale will also be balanced? So here for such question, usually what should we do? You just turn that into the equation, okay? Then you can calculate in an easier way. So for the first one, what can we get? Look, the scale is balanced, so actually that is equation, right? So we have 2 red plus 2 green equals 2 purple. So okay, everyone, you see, 2, 2, 2. Actually, what can we get? Yeah, you just observe, and then you will get 1 plus 1 green equals 1 purple, okay? So this is the first part. Sometimes when you see the number is the same, so actually you can just turn that into 1 unit something, okay? So following this, what about the second one? For the second one, how to write the equation? Well, usually for the same color, we just write it on the same side, okay? So here again, just now in the first equation, we write down the red color and green color on the left side. So here for the second one, again, we just put the red and the green on the right side. On the left side, okay? So here we have 2 red plus 6 green equals 4 purple plus 1 yellow. Okay, and then what are we looking for? We are looking for 1 red plus 5 green equals how many purple and how many yellow. So how can we figure out such question? How do we figure out such question? Again, guess? No, cannot guess, okay? So okay, everyone, look, pay attention to the number here. Look. Now, everyone, I moved the position of the orange equation. Now, let's compare. Here, 2 red, 1 red, 1 red, 6 green, 1 green, 5 green. What can you find? What is the relationship here? What is 2, 1, 1, 6, 1, 5? What is the relationship between these numbers? You don't know, you just guess. No, cannot. Okay. So, yeah, actually, you can find that. For the first equation, right? The first long equation here is just minus the orange one, minus the second one, and then you will get what you are looking for. Okay. So here, 2 red minus 1 red, and then you will get 1 red, okay? And also here, 6 green minus 1 green, so you will get a 5 green. So now you see that for the left part, if you just subtract, then what about the right part? At the same time, you can just subtract. Okay, so here, everyone, you see a K2 question for you. What is 4 purple minus 1 purple? What is 4 minus 1? Yes, 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, good job. And then what about for the second one? 1 yellow minus nothing. Nothing, that is 0, right? What is 1 minus 0? What is 1 minus 0? Correct, that is 1. Okay, so, oh, sorry. Okay, that is 1. So you can find that, okay, for this question, that is 3 purple and 1 yellow. Okay. Understand now? Okay. So you see that when you meet any like the scale weight problem, you just turn that into the equation, because for the equation, it is much easier for you to do calculation part. Yes, so easy, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the last part. And again, before we move on to the last question, firstly, I wanna introduce something new to you. Okay, here, an example for you. Here. The monkey king gives peaches to the little monkeys. If each monkey receives 4 peaches, okay, let's underline the keywords. There will be 5 peaches left. So here you can see the extra part, 5. However, if each monkey receives 5 peaches, all the peaches will be equally distributed. Pay attention, equally distributed. There is no leftover. How many little monkeys and how many peaches are there? Any idea? Again, maybe I give you 30 seconds, try to think about it. In the first case, there will be 5 peaches left. In the second case, all the peaches will be equally distributed. Think about it. What is it? A bit hard, right? What is the answer? Wow, some students says guess again. Guess again. Cannot, okay. Cannot. Okay, now let's check, okay? For the first one, think about it. You just compare these two cases. So for each monkey, it will receive how many more peaches here? How many more peaches? In the first case, each monkey receives 4 peaches. In the second case, each monkey receives 5 peaches. So actually, what is the small difference? You just compare these two cases. Correct, okay. So now you see that for each monkey, it will receive 1 more peach, right? Okay, so what is the small difference? Now for this part, can you understand? 1 more, right? Okay. And for the second one, let's have a look. Because actually the total number of peaches, it will not change, right? The total number of peaches, it doesn't change. But just we have a different way to distribute them to the monkeys. So here, let's have a look. How come in the first case, there are 5 more? Why? Because actually for the extra part, what do we do? Yes, you just give each monkey 1 more. So something like this, okay? We try to give them 1 more. So following this, you can see that, okay, if you just compare the difference to compare the total peaches here, you see that what is the extra part? The extra part is 5, right? You just compare. In the first case, we have 5 more. But in the second case, there is nothing left over. So we can get the extra part is 5. Then following this, let's have a look. How can we figure out the number of monkeys? So just compare the small difference and the big difference. You can find that, okay, 1 more page for the first monkey, 1 more page for the second monkey, 1 more page for the third monkey, 1 more page for the fourth monkey, 1 more page for the fifth monkey, okay? No more. So you can see that in order to figure out the number of monkeys, we just divide the extra part by the small difference. In other words, that is a big difference divided by the small difference, and then you will get the number of groups, the number of monkeys. So here we can get 5 divided by 1 equals 5. So what is the number of monkeys? Actually, that is 5. Yes, understand now? Okay, so follow this. If you know that there are 5 monkeys, how can we figure out the number of peaches? That is 5. Okay, here actually we have 2 methods. The first one is 5 times 4, and then we plus 5 because 5 is the leftover, right? And also for the second case, look, because there is no leftover and every monkey will receive 5 peaches. So here, 5 times 5 equals 25. Understand now? So actually you see that when it comes to such question, again, the most important thing is you just compare 2 cases to figure out the small difference and the big difference. Then big difference divided by the small difference, what can we get? We can get the number of groups. I use formula, okay. Some students also figure out the answer with algebra, right? Yeah. For P3 or P4 students, maybe algebra, if you can understand, you can just apply it. And for P2 students, okay, also you need to understand how can we figure out the answer with a small difference and a big difference, okay? So for this, let's move on to the last question. Now I think you can understand it better. Chris is walking to school from home. If he walks, okay, let me underline, 80 meters per minute, he will reach school 6 minutes before the lesson starts. That is 6 minutes earlier. If he walks 50 meters every minute, he will be late for 3 minutes. That is 3 more minutes, right? So what is the distance from Chris' home to school? So again, let's try to compare. In the first case, in 1 minute, he can walk 80 meters. So that is 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, right? Okay. And in the second case, in 1 minute, he can walk 50 meters. That is 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, right? So here, let's just compare. How come I draw so many extra 50 here? Because let's pay attention to the time here, okay? Why do I put the dotted line? For the dotted line, that is, if Chris will reach school on time, you will see that here. Look, 6 minutes before. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 missing parts, right? 6 missing groups. And then for 3 minutes late, that is here, I have 1, 2, 3. That is a 3 more 50, right? Okay, so here, following this, let's compare these 2 cases. You will find that what is the big difference? For the big difference, that is for all of them. Okay, so here, let's following the step and list down the equation. The first one, that is, we need to figure out the small difference. Compare these 2 cases, you can see that the small difference in each minute, actually, that is 80 minus 50, which is 30 meters. And then, okay, correct. And then following this, we need to figure out the big difference. What is the big difference? That is, you need to figure out the extra part, right? For all this extra part, you see how many 50 are there? Is it only 3 times 50? No. So actually, it should be 6 minutes before. Firstly, you need to put this 6. And then 3 minutes late. And then you need to plus 3. So actually, in total, there are 9 times 50, which is 450 meters, right? Okay, and then for this extra part, you see that the total distance between school and home, actually, it doesn't change. So here, how can we figure out the number of groups here? In other words, how can we figure out the number of minutes here? That is 450, then divided by 30. You just distribute the extra part equally into each group here, right? And then for each group, you can just distribute the 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. So actually, how 30 are there? In total, there are 15, 30. Can you understand this part? Okay. So following this, you will see that here, what is the distance? Again, we have 2 ways. Okay, if you already know that in total there are 15 minutes, so here that is 15 groups of 80, right? So here 80, 80, 80, 80. Okay, so for the first one, that is 15 times 80. What is the other word? Another way that is here, we have 50 and then you just plus 9 and then times 50. Okay, but I think maybe 15 times 80, it will be easier, right? Because you don't need to add the extra part. So now can you understand the matter here? Yeah, if you know the algebra, also you can apply, you can solve the question with algebra. But for P2, I think for most students, you haven't learned the algebra, right? So here we just compare what is the relationship between the big difference and the small difference. Okay. Any question about the section C? Yes or no? Yes, the final answer is 1,200 meters, correct? Yeah. Okay, so actually that's all. And also here, I want to introduce more about the 2024 TASMO. Pay attention to the test date, which is on 31st October. That is a Thursday. Also is a public holiday. Okay, and then for P2, the test will last for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it will be start from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Okay, and also here there will be 3 sections. I think maybe for this year it will be 2 sections because we just combine section B and section C together. For section A, actually there will be a few MCQs. Okay, so you can choose the answer. And then for section B, that is section B and C, there are some short answers with the different marks. For the difficulty level, actually it is a combination of P2 and the P3 SESMO. Okay, and if you haven't signed up for the competition, please do remember to scan the code and to join our group. Okay, later I will share the real paper of 2023 TASMO in the group. Okay. Also, if you have any question, you can just ask in the group for our teachers. As long as we read the message, we will reply. Okay. So this is the end of today's live stream. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.